Today we're talking about Homelite's 25cc curved shaft line trimmer. Without further ado, let's get straight into the review. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'd know that I've used a lot of different trimmers and pieces of equipment from brands like Stihl, Shindewa, Husqvarna, Homelite, the list goes on. I've used commercial trimmers, I've used homeowner trimmers. So I've used quite a different number of trimmers. This Homelite 25cc curved shaft trimmer comes in at a whopping $109 from Bunnings. So when I initially had a look at this product, my expectations in comparison to some of the other trimmers were probably quite low. And just to clarify, that is $109 Australian, but this similar trimmer from Homelite can be bought in the US for about $80 USD. So you could say that's pretty affordable in comparison to some other trimmers. In Australia, if you buy from Bunnings, it comes with a 1-year replacement warranty, which if you think about it is pretty good, because if anything goes wrong with it, you simply just take it in and they'll replace it for you, no questions asked. So it's a pretty good deal. But how does it stack up to the competition for what money can buy? Let's take a look. So let's talk about the features of this unit. This unit comes in at 6 kilograms, which is heavier than some other units that I've used in the past. Take that into consideration if you're after something a lot more lighter. It's curved shaft, as we've mentioned, it's a 2-stroke, and the recommended diameter of trimmer line that you use is 2 millimeters. So pretty thin trimmer line in comparison to some others. When using the unit, I could tell that it's extremely unbalanced. It's a lot heavier on the motor side in comparison to the actual shaft side. It's a lot more lighter. It's easy to maneuver the head, but it's also a bit of a strain on the one arm that's supporting the weight of the motor. So this is something to consider. As for starting, typically it starts after a few pulls. You just got to make sure that you prime it right, turn the choke on and give it a little bit of a throttle. Bearing in mind it is a brand new unit, so I'm not sure if that affects it over time, but so far so good. From a build quality perspective, you'd expect with a $109 unit, a lot of parts would be plastic, which it is. You've got a foam handle, plastic trimmer head, plastic handle, but even the basic Stihl combi units are all plastic. So overall, I'm pretty impressed for the build quality. Things I would change about this unit: the kill switch I would put on the handle like most other units. It's on the body, which makes it a little bit of a pain to stop and start the motor when you're using it, but no big deal. It has no safety trigger at the top like many other trimmers have, but again, $109, no big deal. The one thing I would change if I was to use this unit on a regular basis is the trimmer head. The trimmer head overall is quite cheap, quite flimsy, and I found it grabbed onto the lawn a lot. It didn't glide across the surface of the lawn because of the little bump knob. I'll leave some links of trimmer heads that I recommend in the description where you can find some better ones. From an ease of use perspective, I personally have used majority of the time straight shaft trimmers, so I'm used to having a little bit more reach. I found this trimmer was quite short, so if you're a taller person, you might think of getting a straight shaft trimmer instead. But that said, after a little bit of use, I was able to get the hang of it. It's easy to maneuver around trees and things like that. I was even able to get some edging in with it, so you can also teach yourself how to edge with a curved shaft trimmer. Something I found interesting on the website is it says not even the toughest foliage can stand in the way of you and a Homelite 25cc 2-stroke curved line trimmer. I had to definitely test that out with some thick foliage to see how it went, and much to my surprise it actually held up really well. You know, for a $109 trimmer, I wasn't expecting a lot, but I put it through some pretty thick weeds. They had pretty thick stalks on them as well, quite solid, but it cut through it like butter. So I was pretty impressed with the power that this unit has. So would I recommend this unit to someone? Well, I'd say if you're a contractor, probably not, because, you know, $109, you don't expect it to last too long. But if you're a homeowner that's in the market for a cheap trimmer that does the job, this might be a winner for you. As I said, if I was to personally use this on a day-to-day basis, I would probably change the trimmer head, as it tended to dig into the ground a bit. You're not able to get that nice smooth finish that you can get with some other trimmers, like with a speed feed head or something like that glides easily over the top of grass. So I'd probably change the trimmer head, but all in all, $109, you can't complain. It's a pretty good trimmer for that price. So I hope you enjoyed today's review, and if you did, leave us a like. And if you want to see more of these videos, let me know in the comment section below. My name is Hayden, and I shall catch you in the next one.